People Change in Four Seasons by John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell's concept of people change in four seasons revolves around his ideas about growth, leadership, and the natural cycles of personal development. Maxwell, a well-known author and speaker on leadership, uses seasons as a metaphor for different stages of life and personal transformation. Although he may not have written a book specifically titled People Change in Four Seasons, his general philosophy touches upon themes of personal change, growth, and leadership in various contexts. Here's a possible interpretation of how Maxwell might frame this idea based on his principles. In John C. Maxwell's framework, spring symbolizes a season of growth, potential, and new beginnings. This is a time when individuals are full of energy, optimism, and the desire to improve. Just as plants begin to bloom in spring after a period of dormancy, people experience renewal and growth during this phase. They start to nurture new ideas, set fresh goals, and develop their skills. Key elements of spring. New beginnings. Spring represents the starting point of new projects, relationships, or personal development journeys. It's a time to embrace opportunities and take steps toward fulfilling one's potential. In leadership, this could be seen as the phase where a leader begins to cast a new vision or embarks on a new challenge. Learning and development. Just as seeds need nurturing to grow, people in this season are focused on learning, self-improvement, and personal growth. It's a time to acquire new skills, gain knowledge, and invest in oneself. Leaders are in a learning mode, eager to soak up information and experiences that can help them succeed. Optimism and energy. Spring is characterized by an optimistic outlook. There's excitement for the future, a belief in one's potential, and a willingness to take risks and experiment. Individuals are typically full of energy and hope, believing that the work they put in now will lead to success in the coming seasons. Planting seeds for the future. Actions taken in spring have long-term consequences. This is the season of sowing seeds, both in the literal sense, like working on a new project, and metaphorically, building relationships, setting goals, and creating habits. Maxwell emphasizes the importance of intentional growth, as what is planted during this season will be harvested in the fall. Key quote, Maxwell's perspective on growth. Growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is going to get better. This captures the essence of spring. It is a season when personal and professional development happens through deliberate effort and enthusiasm. People have the opportunity to start fresh, embrace challenges, and look forward to a season of high productivity ahead. In John C. Maxwell's metaphorical framework, summer represents a season of high productivity, energy, and achievement. During this phase, the seeds planted in spring begin to flourish, and people are actively working toward their goals with full force. It's a time of reaping early successes, maintaining momentum, and pushing forward with focus and discipline. Key elements of summer. Peak energy and execution. Summer is when people are at their most productive. It's a period of hard work, focus, and action. After the planning and nurturing of spring, this is the time to apply effort consistently and execute plans with precision. Leaders during this phase are fully engaged, driving teams toward achieving targets and optimizing their productivity. Nurturing growth. Just as crops require consistent care during the summer to yield a good harvest, this season demands that individuals nurture the progress they've made. It's about sustaining the momentum of growth with continuous effort. People must be mindful of nurturing both their personal and professional lives, ensuring that they avoid burnout while staying productive. Building relationships and networks. Summer is often a highly social time, marked by collaboration and building strong relationships. In this phase, people strengthen connections with others, whether personally or in business. In leadership, this means focusing on team building, encouraging collaboration, and leveraging relationships to drive success. Reaping early success. While the major harvest comes in the fall, summer brings early signs of success. People begin to see the fruits of their labor, which motivates them to keep pushing. It's a time to enjoy small victories and celebrate progress. Maxwell emphasizes that success is not a destination but a daily process. Summer is about appreciating progress while continuing to work toward larger goals. Maintaining discipline. Even though summer is a productive time, it requires vigilance and discipline. Like crops that need regular care to thrive, people must continue putting in consistent effort and avoid complacency. This season can test one's ability to stay focused and resilient. For leaders, this is about staying committed to the vision and ensuring that the team stays aligned and motivated. Key quote: Maxwell's perspective on success. Success is a daily thing, not a destination. This quote reflects the essence of the summer season, where continuous, disciplined effort is key to achieving success. People are working hard, building on their spring efforts, and making the most of their productive energy to move closer to their goals. It's about embracing the grind and appreciating the small wins along the way while preparing for the larger harvest in the seasons to come. In John C. Maxwell's metaphorical framework, autumn is the season of harvest, reflection, and transformation. This is the time when people begin to see the tangible results of the hard work they've put in during spring and summer. It's a season for reaping rewards, evaluating outcomes, and preparing for the next phase of growth or challenge. Key elements of autumn. Harvesting the fruits of labor. Autumn is a time to enjoy the results of the hard work done in previous seasons. Whether in personal growth, career, or relationships, people start to see the outcomes of their efforts. For leaders, this is when they witness the impact of their leadership. Goals are achieved, teams perform well, and the results are evident. It's a period of celebration and reward, reflection and evaluation. Beyond enjoying the rewards, autumn also offers a time for deep reflection. People assess what worked, what didn't, and how they can improve. It's a critical phase for learning from experiences and making adjustments. Maxwell emphasizes the importance of reflection by saying, "Experience isn't the best teacher, evaluated experience is." This is the moment to take stock of your journey and apply lessons learned. Letting go and transformation. Autumn is often seen as a season of letting go, just as trees shed their leaves. In life, this is a time to release what no longer serves you, whether it's unproductive habits, unhelpful attitudes, or relationships that aren't conducive to growth. For leaders, this could involve recognizing areas where strategies need to change or where they must adjust their approach to stay effective in the future. Preparing for the future. While autumn is a season of harvest, it is also a time to prepare for the future. After reflecting on successes and failures, individuals begin laying the groundwork for the next cycle of growth. This is the planning phase for future endeavors. Maxwell might encourage leaders to use this period to envision what's next, set new goals, and build resilience for upcoming challenges. Gratitude and appreciation. Autumn is also associated with gratitude. It's a time to appreciate the journey, the successes, the challenges, and the people who have supported you. Being thankful for the harvest of your efforts builds a positive mindset for future growth. Leaders can use this season to acknowledge their teams, celebrate accomplishments, and show appreciation for contributions made. Key quote: Maxwell's perspective on reflection. Experience isn't the best teacher, evaluated experience is. This quote reflects the heart of autumn's importance. Not only enjoying the success of your efforts, but also taking the time to evaluate what you've learned. Autumn is a time for thoughtful introspection, celebrating the harvest, and letting go of what no longer serves your growth. It prepares you for continued transformation and the cycles ahead, ensuring you grow wiser with each season of life. In John C. Maxwell's metaphorical framework, winter represents a season of rest, rebuilding, and inner preparation. This is the time when the pace slows down, allowing for reflection, self-care, and strengthening for the next phase of growth. It's a crucial period of rest after the productivity and harvest of the earlier seasons, but it also serves as a time to renew one's vision and rebuild internally. Key elements of winter. Rest and recovery. After the intense productivity of summer and the harvesting of autumn, winter offers a much-needed break. It's a time to rest, rejuvenate, and recover both physically and mentally. This period of rest is vital for preparing for future challenges. For leaders, this means taking a step back to recharge. It's a reminder that even the most driven people need time to rest to prevent burnout and to approach the next phase with fresh energy. Contemplation and inner growth. Winter encourages deep contemplation. It's a season for going inward, thinking deeply about goals, values, and purpose. While it may seem like a slower season, it's a critical time for internal growth and realignment with one's vision and mission. Maxwell emphasizes that self-leadership is key in this season. Leaders must evaluate themselves, consider their motivations, and work on their inner strength to lead more effectively in the future. Rebuilding and preparing for the future. Winter is also a time for rebuilding. Just as trees and plants rest during winter to prepare for new growth in spring, people also use this time to strengthen themselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's about getting ready for the next season of opportunity. In leadership, this might involve reflecting on past successes and failures, adjusting strategies, and planning for the future. It's a time to set goals for the upcoming year and prepare for the new challenges ahead. Facing challenges and building resilience. Winter often represents a period of challenge. The cold, darker days symbolize difficult times when resilience is tested. Maxwell encourages people to use these challenging moments as opportunities to build character, develop perseverance, and emerge stronger. For leaders, it's about maintaining a positive attitude and strong vision, even when external circumstances seem difficult. It's a reminder that growth happens in the midst of challenges, not just during times of ease. Renewing vision and setting new goals. While winter is a time of rest, it's also a season for renewing one's vision. It's an opportunity to look ahead and set new goals for the next cycle of growth. By the end of winter, you should have a clear vision and plan in place for the upcoming spring season. Maxwell might encourage leaders to use this reflective period to cast new vision, rethink strategies, and set new priorities for the future. Key quote: Maxwell's perspective on self-leadership. A leader's greatest challenge is leading themselves. This quote captures the essence of winter, where inner work and self-leadership are critical. Winter is a time to focus on yourself, rebuilding, reflecting, and preparing for the next season of growth. It's about using rest and reflection to become stronger and more resilient for future opportunities and challenges. Through the quiet, slower pace of winter, individuals and leaders emerge refreshed and ready to tackle new beginnings with renewed energy and purpose. Maxwell's teachings often highlight that change and growth are continuous, much like the seasons. People go through phases of productivity, reflection, renewal, and challenge, but the key is to learn and grow through every season of life. This cyclical process helps individuals become better leaders, more self-aware, and more resilient.